Imagine the thrill of saving a life, not just human, but a furry, feathered, or scaled friend. Today, we're diving into incredible rescues that ordinary heroes have carried out. From owls to opossums, these heartwarming stories will restore your faith in humanity. One day, rescuers received an urgent call from a woman who heard desperate meowing near her car. She quickly located the sound and found a tiny kitten stuck in a sewer. Removing the cover, she called for help. A rescuer arrived, armed with a can of tuna to lure the hungry kitten. After a few tense minutes, the rescuer managed to catch the frightened kitten, who attempted to scratch in fear. The kitten was wrapped in a blanket and taken to a vet. Thankfully, the kitten was found to be healthy and ready for a new chance at life. This next story features a remarkably brave dog. Hit by a bike, the poor animal lay helplessly, unable to stand and clearly in pain. Despite its severe injuries, the dog remained friendly and hopeful. Rescuers arrived, calming and feeding the injured dog before transporting it to an animal help center. Over 6 weeks of treatment, the dog worked hard to walk again. Thanks to the dedicated care it received, the dog fully recovered and now enjoys a life free of pain, running and playing as it should. In autumn, porcupines busily gather food for winter. However, their foraging sometimes leads to trouble. One baby porcupine found itself stuck in a fence, helplessly thrashing its legs. A kind couple spotted the struggling creature and decided to intervene. With protective gloves on, the man carefully worked to free the porcupine from the tight iron bars. The rescue was delicate, requiring the porcupine to squeeze its back through the bars. Finally, with a gentle push, the porcupine's head slipped free. Thanks to this couple's timely intervention, the young porcupine was able to continue its quest for winter food. In our first story, an elderly couple stumbled upon a lonely dog in a field. They quickly contacted Dar Animal Rescue for help. The poor dog, later named Lisa, was in terrible shape. Exhausted and covered in thorns, Lisa could barely walk. The rescuers immediately took her to the vet, where they discovered she was around 14 years old and suffering from cataracts, blindness, heart problems, otitis, and more. Despite her conditions, Lisa received the care she needed. Over time, she started eating well and feeling better. After long days of treatment, Lisa was ready for a new home. The same couple who found her adopted her, providing a loving and comfortable environment for her to thrive. Seabirds often fall victim to fishing activities, as was the case with a yellow-legged gull. This unfortunate bird got entangled in a fishing line and was severely injured by a large hook. Brought to a vet clinic, the bird was freed from the entanglement, but an x-ray revealed a hook lodged deep in its throat. A complex surgery ensued, with the surgeon carefully removing the hook without damaging the bird's tissues. After an emotionally charged operation and a week of rehabilitation, the gull was back to full health and ready to soar the skies again. One day, a baby fawn found itself paralyzed with fear in the middle of a road. Unable to move, the tiny creature was in grave danger of being hit by a car. Luckily, a group of men spotted the fawn. One of them carefully picked it up and moved it to the safety of the roadside. With the danger averted, they watched in relief and joy as the fawn darted back into the forest, its ordeal over. In Namibia, the team at Ocean Conservation Namibia noticed a seal pup with a piece of plastic around its neck. Their new crew member, Denzel, quickly caught the pup, which had not yet been injured. Meanwhile, Antoine caught another pup with a thread around her neck, leaving a deep cut. Thanks to the rescuers, both pups were freed from their dangerous bindings and received the care they needed. Sometimes wild animals find their way into human habitats, leading to tense encounters. In this story, a homeowner in Hamilton discovered a mother opossum and her babies living in their shed. Initially mistaken for a large rat, the opossum needed to be removed safely. Rescuers arrived, and with protective gloves, they carefully placed the aggressive mother opossum and her babies into a box. Despite her initial aggression, the mother and her babies were safely relocated, ensuring they could continue their lives in a safer environment. During a forest trip, two men noticed a deer trapped in a natural snare, its horns tangled in a rope stuck on a tree. The frightened deer's attempts to free itself were futile. One man approached slowly and cut the rope close to the horns, freeing the deer. Although initially calm, the deer became nervous before darting back into the wild once freed. Hopefully, this forest friend will be more careful in the future. Rescuers received a call about a pedigreed dog stranded on railroad tracks. When they arrived, they found the dog aggressive and unwilling to be saved. Despite its hostile behavior, they managed to get the dog into a cage, though it suffered injuries in the process. A vet's examination revealed a broken elbow, fractured teeth, and infections. With time and tender care, the dog, named Tweety, recovered fully within a month. Ready for a new family, Tweety's story is a testament to the resilience and forgiving nature of animals. Winter poses significant risks for animals, especially playful dogs that venture onto unstable ice. One such dog fell through the ice, struggling in the freezing water. The rescuer had little time, as each minute in the icy water could be fatal. Despite the danger to herself, the rescuer carefully approached, battling the breaking ice to reach the dog. Once the dog was free, it managed to swim to safety. The rescue team quickly dried and warmed the dog, ensuring its survival and recovery. In Florida, a couple from the wildest channel found a wounded owl while searching for pythons in the Everglades. The owl, unable to fly due to a broken wing, was in pain. Chris and Gabby carefully captured the bird and took it to a rescue center. There, the owl, named Olive, began her recovery journey under constant supervision and care, ensuring she wouldn't face her injuries alone. In India, a dog fell into a deep well and needed urgent help. The team from Rescue T Animal Rescues India sprang into action, using a telescopic pole with a grid to save the dog. After swimming in the well for 12 hours, the tired dog grabbed onto the grid and was lifted to safety. Exhausted but happy, the dog's ordeal was finally over thanks to the rescuers' quick thinking and innovative approach. While planting tomatoes in his garden, a man discovered a nest of baby rabbits hidden under grass and fur. Hoping their mother would return, he waited and protected the nest with an umbrella. However, after 48 hours with no sign of the mother, it was clear she wasn't coming back. The man gently removed the 5 baby rabbits and took them to a wildlife facility center. Their specialists provided the care they needed to survive and thrive. Off the coast of Lipari, Italy, a whale was entangled in a fishing net. Nearby biologists called the Coast Guard, who swiftly cut the net, freeing the whale. The whale, understanding the rescuers' intentions, waited calmly for help. Thanks to the dedicated efforts of the SeaWorld team, the whale swam back into the ocean, free from the dangerous net. In an Indian village, a girl from the Kamal Chowdhury Snake Rescue Team faced a huge poisonous snake near a brick wall. With immense courage, she used an iron hook to lift the snake and gently stroked its scales. Despite the dangerous situation, the snake remained calm. After an even more startling revelation, a second, different snake emerging from the first, the rescuer managed to ensure the safety of both snakes, showcasing her bravery and skill. In Kenya, a lost baby elephant could not find her mother and was reported to the Kenya Wildlife Service. After waiting in vain for the mother to return, rescuers flew to Masai Mara to retrieve the baby, named Olorian. Starving and exhausted, Olorian was taken to Sheldrick, where she began eating and acclimating. Soon she joined other elephant calves, finding new friends and a supportive environment to grow up in. Birds are majestic creatures, soaring high in the sky, but when grounded, they often find themselves in peril. Take the little owl, for example. A group of boaters discovered this poor bird tangled in a bush. Time was ticking as the owl's feathers grew wetter, increasing the risk of drowning. The rescuers approached carefully, freeing the frightened owl from its leafy trap. Initially scared, the owl soon realized these humans meant no harm. As it waited for its feathers to dry, perched safely on the boat, the rescuers transported it to a vet clinic. After a thorough checkup, the owl was set free, ready to take to the skies once more. On a remote Scottish island, 10 whales were stranded. Local residents and a volunteer from the Marine Rescue Service worked tirelessly to help the whales return to deeper waters. The whales, suffering from dehydration and stress, were carefully turned over and guided back to safety. All 10 whales were successfully rescued, returning to the ocean thanks to the community's quick action. Rescuer Meg from the Mega Batty channel received a message about a flying fox stuck on power lines. Unable to locate it initially, she returned the next day to find the weak bat in a tree. Meg gently wrapped the bat, named Waterloo, in a blanket and gave him apple juice. An X-ray revealed a spinal injury below the wings, but Waterloo's treatment began immediately, giving him a fighting chance for recovery. These stories of incredible animal rescues show the power of kindness and bravery in everyday heroes. Whether it's a tiny bird or a stranded dog, every life saved is a testament to the good in humanity. Have you ever rescued an animal in need? Share your stories in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in our next video.